Hey guys, happy second video in August. We are talking about yet another state, so let's dive into it. Alright. So this is an interesting state that is jam-packed with a rich history. So, let's go. Okay. The Hermitage, Murals Inlet. Also, this is the first time I'm reading this, so if I say some places wrong, please let me know in the comments how it is pronounced. And also, if there are any trigger warnings, I'll put them at the beginning of the video. In 1849, a wealthy doctor named Allard Flagg moved into the Hermitage and invited his beautiful sister Alice to come and live with him. Alice fell hopelessly in love with a young lumberman, but her brother did not approve of the match and sent Alice's lover away. Alice was angry at her brother's interference and continued to meet with the lumberman in secret. However, when Dr. Flagg learned of the couple's secret engagement, he sent Alice off to boarding school in Charleston. She fell ill with malaria and died soon after her brother brought her home to the Hermitage. When Dr. Flagg discovered the engagement ring on a ribbon around his sister's neck, he threw it into the marsh. This meant that Alice was buried without her most treasured possession and explains why her ghost is now seen leaving the Hermitage and walking to her grave in All Saints Cemetery, all the while clutching her chest where her ring once nestled. She has also been spotted wandering the marsh in search of her ring. Seven Devils Bridge. Seven Devils Bridge is definitely one of the most haunted locations in this state. And it is all said to be because of the restless spirits of 7 people who were from the bridge. They were killed by, starts with an H. It is said that these 7 ghosts haunt the bridge at midnight each night and that no living person is able to cross the bridge unharmed at midnight. Those who have attempted to cross during the witching hour have experienced all manner of terrifying experiences, with most ending up broken down and screaming in horror. Would you dare to face the 7 devils in the dead of night? Nope, I wouldn't. Guys, sorry if you saw the cut. I'm cutting out one of the places because there are a couple places I'm cutting out just because I don't really want to talk about it, but you could see them in the article down below. Anyway, Greenville Tuberculosis Hospital. Greenville Tuberculosis Hospital is a building with a very colorful history. It started out as a hospital for tuberculosis patients, but it has also served as an insane asylum and a prison release site over its lifetime, so it is really no surprise it has some spooky tales to tell. It's a popular spot for paranormal investigators to explore, and there have been many strange sounds and disembodied voices heard here. Some of them have even been recorded. The noises include banging, screaming, and the clanging of bells. The hospital is actually long gone, having burned down some time ago, but the area is now a park, and locals often see shadow figures wandering around, sometimes even straying into nearby homes. The building may be gone, but the ground on which it once stood remains one of the most haunted locations in this state. White Point Gardens. There is so much going on at the White Point Gardens in Charleston that it would probably fill an entire book. This is without a doubt one of the most haunted places in this state. Also known as the Battery, the gardens are said to be haunted by the spirits of countless pirates that were there. It is said that these swashbuckling ghosts roam the gardens searching for their executioners in order to exact their revenge. Salem Black River Church. Salem Black River Church was built back in 1846 and is said to be home to several different ghosts. In fact, it is considered to be one of the most haunted buildings in this state. One of the ghosts is said to be a specter of a southern belle. Another is a very sad little boy, often seen sobbing. It is also said to be haunted by a priest whose entire family was wiped out by the plague. At the back of the church is a small building where people have experienced cold spots, seen lights flickering, and even encounters a shadowy figure of a man who might be the priest in question. Cypress Garden Ruins, or Cypress. What is unique about this spot is that these ruins are not actually real. They are man-made ruins that are left over from the filming of the movie The Patriot. That doesn't mean that they're any less haunted than some ancient ruins might be. Perhaps these spirits are attached to the land as it was before the film crew moved in. It is said that from time to time a strange figure can be seen just standing in the middle of the swamp, and many people say there are strange noises and an eerie feeling when you pass by the faux ruins. The Abandoned Mansion. Known simply as the abandoned mansion, there is not much known about this old house in Santee. Nobody seems to know when the house was built, who lived here, or why it was abandoned. There are no government records regarding this house. Its existence is a complete mystery. However, it is known to be haunted. Several people have reported seeing lights flickering in the upstairs window as they pass by. Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate, or Oakwood Cemetery, as it is officially known, is one of the most haunted cemeteries in this state. Many visitors say that their cell phones start to act very erratically in the cemetery for no apparent reason. Batteries will drain, or the phone will ring when there's no incoming call. Some people have even managed to answer these phantom calls only to be met with the busy tone on the line. Those who visit after dark have seen strange lights and a mysterious mist that seems to shroud the ground. Others have reported hearing the laughter of small children echoing around the creepy burial ground. Crybaby Bridge. Another creepy bridge in this state is Crybaby Bridge in Anderson. It is said that if you stop on the bridge at night and cut off your engine, then you will be able to hear the disembodied sounds of a baby crying. You will also see the specter of the baby's mother walking along the bridge in search of her lost child. Lunatic Asylum. This lunatic asylum was built between 1822 and 1827, so it has plenty of time to collect a large number of ghosts. The building is now considered to be one of the top haunted places in this state. The building was designed by renowned architect Robert Mills. This was the second state in America to put aside funds to build a purpose-built facility for the treatment of the mentally ill. By 1950, it was housing more than 5,000 patients. There were the usual tales of lobotomies and forced sterilizations, but for the most part, it seems that this state's lunatic asylum has a much better reputation than some of the other asylums of the time. When calls for institutionalization came in the 70s, this state was so much slower to release patients. This was because they took the time to find homes and health care that the patients required. However, that doesn't mean that there wasn't enough pain and suffering to ensure that some of the lost souls that found themselves in the asylum stuck around even after death. Those who have visited the abandoned hospital say there are unexplained cold spots, strange noises, and disembodied voices all over the building. So let me know what you guys think about that. I definitely want to try the lunatic asylum because I'm just interested in asylums and all of that. But because of being a psychology major, I think that's also why I'm interested in asylums, because the history of it and like how far we have come with mental health. Anyways, so I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what places you guys want me to go to. Please leave it down in the comments. Go read the places on the list that I skipped over just because I personally did not want to talk about them. But I have family that lives in that state. So if you want me to go to a place, comment it, because if I go visit that family, I might go to those places. So my family will not make an appearance in the video probably, but unless they want to. But yeah, so please leave your suggestions in the comments down below. This state and the next state, I have family living in a part of those states. So please let me know if you want me to go to any of those places. I'll see if I can swing it if I go visit that family. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!